Okay, we are winding down a little bit, but I want to talk about the film that I'm going to bring here to Vallejo. Very excited. It's called "You Don't Have to Ride Jim Crow," and okay, so I've talked about this before, but okay, so briefly is um, in Morgan versus the state of Virginia was a legal case brought by a woman named Irene Morgan, who was the Supreme Court had ruled that Jim Crow, that buses that were going interstate couldn't practice Jim Crow. That was illegal. They used a clause. You have to come to the film of this clause of the Constitution about interstate commerce. And so we talked about this before, like basically using the logic of, this is a business, or states affect each other. So Bayard Rustin and a group of his colleagues decided to do decided to go to the South, but not the deep South, because I guess they knew they'd get killed there. But they were taking their lives in their hand, going through the South. So it was 20 people. It was 10 pairs, a white person and a black person, and they went to. It was all men. There were women that wanted to go, but they knew. I mean, if they brought women and had people were so crazy about the races, the races about sexual stuff. They definitely would have been killed. Or more definitely. So that's what they did, and so and there's a lot of different stuff that happened. So that they planned it out, of people that were sitting in the middle and in the front and in the back, and the plan was if they were, because what direct action is, it's knowing you'll be arrested. So they planned to be arrested, and they thought that the NAACP would bring a legal case, would challenge it legally. But the NAACP didn't. They said that what happened was they didn't get the ticket stubs which they needed for evidence. But as we've talked about before, the NAACP didn't want this to happen, because they were just more in the law-abiding thing. Okay, we got this. This passed. Don't go try and do this just to do it. Right. But that's the thing about social movements. There's a lot of different tactics, and so what this film is the people, some of the members of that group that are still living went and retraced their steps. And so that was documented, and they talked about it. So that is what we're going to be showing with direct. Nice. Yeah, with direct.
Now, when do you plan on showing this film? When do you?
January 10th.
January 10th.
2019.
Where?
The Empress Theater.
Yes.
And I'm planning to have a showing for seniors and a showing for youth. I'm really pleased. Well, I have to watch the film again myself. I think I finally got. Because for me, I know I want to book it. Because I'm so interested in the area, but I have to look at it again. So I finally got to see it online. But I want to look at it again and see if I think it'll be a good film for kids or not. I can't see it objectively. But I want to do it and it's cool because it's not about Bayard Rustin. It's about the other people too. The documentary about Bayard Rustin talks about him being arrested for being gay, and so I mean I wouldn't show that documentary to a young audience unless to a youth audience unless there's a group of gay kids. There's like social groups of gay kids that
Right.
you know, I'd show it to them, but I would certainly wouldn't do a youth showing with that issue, you know, just because, you know, I mean, that just something that parents need to explain to their kids. So that's the problem with one of the issues with educating young people about Bayard Rustin, but. And I want to bring it to the Vallejo NAACP again. But see, again, I wanted somebody to talk about the NAACP, but with Robin Washington here, we're just going to make it him talking. I mean, I just want the NAACP to possibly sponsor or get involved just to bring more people in.
Right.
You know, just to try and bring in different communities.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, Robin Washington does other stuff too. He has some criminal justice reform projects too. So, I mean, I told him I could set up events for him about that too. But yeah, you know, so I do have something to be working on. So. Yeah, I totally got on a roll earlier. I went off on that tangent. Once I went off on that tangent about Leyland Olds and stuff, I'm like, no, I have to get this better prep. You know, and they're really, you know, like of the conflicts or the countries that we've been following. I mean, you know, there's just a lot of holding patterns, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So we gotta make sure me and you are gonna work on a grand show towards the end of the year.
Okay.
We gotta figure out something for your show. We got Duck Soup, you know, we usually do the 80 hours of madness. We gotta figure out something for your show.
Did that happen already?
It happened.
You did. You of course. Yeah.
It was weird how it happened. He did it on a a different month than what I was assuming.
Okay.
So I don't know why he changed it, but he did it on a different month, so I wasn't expecting, but it did happen. But I want to do something with your show.
Okay.
We got a manual, we'll work it out. So at the end of the year, we'll figure out something. Hopefully, Dion said he'll be here at the end of the year, so you know, maybe we can include him in on it. So
I was gonna have a guest tonight who I was really looking forward to talking with. When we were going to be talking about theater history, but and some other history stuff. But he hasn't been feeling well, so. Hopefully he will be here in 2 weeks. And Terry Rucker, hope you feel better soon.
Feel better, Terry.
Right, so we're gonna, you know, really, it wouldn't be that hard to put up a green screen.
No, it's not that hard. The green screen part isn't the hard part. It's him setting it up
Mm-hmm.
on the computer. I'm gonna get a new computer. I'm gonna get a desktop,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna come here one day. Me and him, we're gonna figure out the best way to set it up and all that kind of stuff. Because yeah, it's not gonna be that hard, but you still gotta make it to where, like, it could show all of us, and then show, like, if we want to show a video, it'll show the video. It'd be like being on the news.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I haven't gotten on my friend's radio show. I don't think since last time. I've called, you know, I've called up, but I haven't had like a good enough. I haven't like been on a pitch.
It's all right.
But yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun. Oh, I will be. So, okay, I think I'm ready to like wind up.
All right, y'all.
Okay.
This is it. This is RadioForTheWorld.com. This is your boy DJ Bro here with
Anna, the Historical Book Club.
Yes, the Historical Book Club historian.
Yes.
Which we will be on when is it?
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Every other Tuesday.
Every
Second
other Tuesday.
and fourth Tuesdays.
And we will be planning a finale at the end of the year, so
yeah.
everybody keep watching.
Okay.
Later,
Bye.
RadioForTheWorld.com.